Hey there, Scott with HVAC Technician Sales Secrets, and I got a cool video for you today. And I want to remind you of something important. It's not me against you in sales. It's you against you in sales. It's you. It's you against you in sales, just like it's me against me. And this is one of the conversations just based upon multiple ride-alongs that I've done. I for 10 years, corporate sales trainer, right? So my job was to work with technicians and salespeople and help them be better at what they did. And so like a lot of people say, hey Scott, I want a sales skill, I want a sales strategy, I want a sales tactic, you give me a line to say. And I'll say, why don't we do this first? Let's help you get what's going on in your mind right first. Let's deal with the mental things that you have going on first before we go down this path, because this is the foundation. Like if you want a good solid foundation for being in sales, no matter what industry it is, it's the foundation of the things that you're thinking of and what's going through your mind and what's going through your head. So the first and foremost, this call that you're about to run is not your last call, okay? Super important for you to understand that your last call is not this call. And so sometimes, like you get cut off in traffic and you're driving down the freeway or the toll road and some guy, girl cuts you off because you're in a lettered vehicle and you got the name all over the side, and then they throw their arm out the window and they give you a really nice gesture. Like you have some decisions to make. Is that gonna ruin your day? Because not all drivers are that driver, okay? You go to a restaurant, you get a bad server for lunch. They don't take care of you. Not all servers are bad servers. They're like, not all servers are bad servers, right? So you go to the parts house and the guy behind the counter or the girl behind the counter treat you really good or they treat you really bad. And the person who treats you really bad, you can decide like, am I gonna let this person affect me or not affect me? Like ultimately at the end of the day, it's you against you first. It's you against everybody else second. And sometimes the people that you work with, they know that they can get under your skin. And there's a lot of companies out there that will set calls for the technicians based upon how many leads they've set, how many club memberships or partnership plans that they've sold, how many add-on sales that they've done. Like there's a pecking order of what gets done. And so sometimes in that organization, there's people who think it's their job to take you down so that you're not really their competition. So remember, it's you against you in sales first. It's you against everybody else second. And so this call isn't the last call. I mean, there's plenty of times that I went to properties where the homeowner did not treat me so well the first call of the day in the morning. And I'm like, I got to make a decision. Do I want this to be the way that I set out my entire day? I'm in a bad mood. I'm angry at everybody. Everybody's bad. Everybody's mean. Everybody's a jerk. So if you go down this path, one of the things that you're going to find is it makes it really tough for you to sell, okay? So get that out of your head. If you're sitting in your van, everybody's got their own way of dealing with this. I'm going to give you a couple of mine. It doesn't mean that it's yours, but you could build a playlist out of this. So for some people, they like to pray. They're like, hey, to whatever God, whatever deity, whatever influence they have in their life, they like to pray. Cool. Some people like to laugh. I used to do stand-up comedy. Like way back in the day, we had CDs. I would put a CD in. This was before MP3, so I'm an old man. So I would listen to comedy. Like if I had a bad day, I would go listen to comedy. If I had a really bad day, I'd buy a bag of fortune cookies and I would look at all the fortune cookies and read them until I was done eating them. And then like all of a sudden I was having a good day because I had a whole bunch of sugar rush, right? Some people sing. Hey, I am the 7th worst singer on the planet. You're not going to catch me singing. Not in a group of people, not out loud. Like if I am out in the middle of nowhere on Oahu at the beach and there's nobody around, I might sing. If I'm climbing a mountain and I know there's nobody around except for like a mountain lion or a bear, I might sing. So some people sing. Some people meditate. Some people look at their goals, but like, what is it that you're going to do when you struggle? What is it that you're going to do when people try to take you down? What is it that you're going to do to reset your brain? What are you going to do so that when people come after you and say, hey, here's a problem, that you're like, that's not necessarily my problem. I'm going to shift that over here and I'm going to deal with me. I'm going to do things the way that I want to do them. Now, with that being said, one of the things that you should do is you go to hvactechsecrets.com and sign up for my list, right? So there's going to be trainings that I'm not going to put on YouTube that are not going to be public. They're going to be private, and there's going to be a link for the Facebook group, right? Facebook group. And so hvactechsecrets.com, what's going to happen is it's going to be a form. There's going to be 3 pieces of information for you to put in: a name, an email address, and a phone number. A name, an email address, and a phone number. Call it good, put that in there. Okay, so you're sitting in your van, you're getting your head right, your transit, whatever you're driving, your car, your truck, I don't know. You could be in any of those vehicles. Get your paperwork ready. Like the best technicians that I work with go to the door prepared. So they'll pull around the corner, they'll tuck their shirt in, they'll check their teeth, they'll check their ears, they'll check their nose. Because like you don't want anything hanging out of your nose when you're talking to a homeowner. They're not paying attention to you. They're looking at your nose like, hey man, you got some hair hanging out of there, or you got a booger. So like these are all things for you to pay attention to, but they'll get the paperwork ready. Now, I want to give you an inherent danger. I don't know what computer program you use. I don't know what dispatch software that you have. There's quite a few of them out there. Some really good ones. There's ones that I don't even know about. But here is a mistake that I see people make, is they will read those notes and they will say that's 100% accurate. So we are all infallible, including me. I misspell words. You don't want me to be a politician because I don't sugarcoat things. I'm not a doctor. I'm not a marriage counselor. There's a lot of things that I'm not. And I am not perfect. So on any given day, I could do something wrong. And the reason I bring this up is there's going to be a time where you get dispatched to a call and you're looking at the notes and you're like, this isn't a good call. You're looking at the notes going, this person sounds like a jerk. So when you show up, you already have that in mind. So you're going to treat them wrong. And that's not the way to do it. The best thing to do is to say, hey, look, here is the general information that I have. The system's 15 years old. It's a horizontal in the attic. Homeowner wants to get other bids or wants a second opinion. Okay, great. That's just a guide. That's a possibility. Doesn't mean it's true. So I don't know how many times I showed up as a technician that the notes did not match what had happened because we're infallible people. We make mistakes. And sometimes we hear things one way, but that's not really what happened. So like the dispatcher might have heard, like, here's all these things that are going on, but at the end of the day, they weren't true. So if I would have used that lens or that belief that, here's all the things that are this homeowner or this business owner is, and that's how I'm making my decision to put this sales process together, I would lose out. So let's just go down the list. Your last call isn't this call. You have to have your way of getting prepared. What's the things that you do? How do you get ready for your call? How do you prepare for your call? What is it that you do? Do you pray? Do you meditate? Do you laugh? Do you sing? Do you look at your goals? Do you call your significant other? Do you look at your vision board? All these things, that's up to you. Like, that's not how you do it. It's not going to be how I do it. And that's part of one of the coolest things. And then, get ready, prepare for that call. So there's a lot of different ways that people do this. Some people will anchor. They might go, yes, 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 right? Some people might scream in the vehicle, like, I'm going to close this deal or I'm going to make this sale. Like, my thing to do anytime that I ride with a salesperson is to teach them this. I'm going to take care of my client. I'm going to take care of my client. That's first and foremost for me. I'm going to make sure that I'm safe, but I'm going to take care of my client. So leave your problems in the van. Leave your problems in the transit. Leave your problem in the vehicle. Leave your problems at the horse if you're taking a horse to a call, which I don't know why you would do that unless you live way out in the country. So just want to let you know that I appreciate you. HVACtechsecrets.com. Sign up for the email list. We'll see you soon.